Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Soul in Training. My name is Hannah Moon, and let's start today by doing some movement. So just plop yourself down on the floor if possible. If not, on a chair is okay. So if you're on the floor, you may want to sit on a cushion or a couple of pillows, prop yourself up a little bit. And let's just start out by raising our arms, hands to the ceiling. And as we're doing that, just breathe into your ribs, both sides of your ribs, just filling your rib cage. Just take a couple cycles of breath here. Breathing in, breathing out. Just notice how this feels for you. And letting your chest just open. Maybe imagining a beam of light shining out out of your chest toward your ceiling or the wall or whatever's in front of you, and maybe past that wall, just beaming out. And on your next inhale, or exhale rather, lower your arms to cactus, really now opening up that chest, flexing that spine. And on your next exhale, bring your forearms together, rounding your back, bringing your chin to your chest. Your forearms are touching. Chin to your chest, and take a couple of breaths here, breathing into your back. Nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, opening that up again. Cactus arms, letting your chest open nice and wide, shining outward. Shoulders away from your ears. Just make yourself big. And on your next exhale, closing that up. Forearms together, chin to your chest, and rounding your back, and see if you can breathe into your back, creating more space. And you can just let your hands come down to prayer as your spine comes to neutral. And let's do a couple of side stretches. On your next inhale, we raise our left hand up, breathing in through the crown of your head. And exhale, side stretch. With your other hand, you can support yourself if you like. Inhale, looking up towards the ceiling, opening up your chest a little bit. A round of breath here. On your next inhale, coming back up and putting that arm down. Breathing out. Breathing in, your other arm goes up, breathing in through the crown of your head. And breathing out, side stretch, letting the bottom hand support you. And breathing in, looking up towards the ceiling. Breathing in, side stretch, breathing out. Just enjoying this stretch for yourself. And on your next inhale, coming back to center, lowering that arm. And let's just do a twist. You can interlace, lock your arms, your hands like this. And you can activate your right arm and have it pull. Just let your right arm pull your left arm. And as it pulls over to the right side, you start twisting. And just continue to breathe as you keep twisting towards the back. Letting that back elbow really point to the back wall, and maybe your head and your gaze also twists over to that side. And when you've reached your edge, just stay there and take one more breath through the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, think of anything you want to let go. Just wring it out like a wet rag. And on your next inhale, you can gently bring your hands, your body, uncoil it to center. And just pause here for one moment before we go to the other side. And breathing in, breathing out. Now letting your left arm pull the other arm, and consequently your body. Just continue to breathe normally as you slowly twist over to your left side, really pointing that back elbow to the back wall if you can, and then letting your shoulders, your head, your gaze also twist over to the back. And when you've hit your edge, you can take one more breath through the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, just letting go of the day, whatever you don't need. And on your next inhale, you can come back to center, gently uncoiling that stretch and releasing your hands and placing them right on your lap. And we'll go ahead and sit for a few minutes. So gently now, you can close your eyes if you like or have them slightly open. Letting your body settle, letting that sound be an invitation for you to take this space, to take this time just for you in a day that was probably filled with a lot of things you had to do for other people, this and that, your job, to earn money, whatever it is you had to do today. Just let all of that dissolve now. You're here for you. And just take this sense of you as you understand it right now. And just let this you sit quietly, coming to center. Letting this you feel the contact point between your body and your seat. What are the points of contact that you feel? Can you feel your bones, your sit bones at the bottom? Can you sense your spine inside your body and how your head is floating on top of that spine? What is your feet touching? What are your feet touching? Perhaps the ground. Can you feel the socks if you're wearing socks? The inside of your shoe. What are your feet making contact with? Noticing your shoulders. Not necessarily changing anything, just notice the amount of space between your left ear in your left shoulder. Just the space between those parts of your body, the air between those 2 points. Just notice that space. Notice the space between your right ear and your right shoulder. Notice the top of your head, the very, very top of your crown. Just notice any sensations there at the very top of your head. Maybe you feel some tingling, maybe you don't feel anything. There's no right or wrong. We're just paying attention to ourselves right now in an intimate way. Notice the air on the tip of your nose. Does it feel cool, warm? What's the quality of the air at the tip of your nose? What are the other sensations on your face? Without having to change anything, just want you to be with what is there. We do enough changing throughout the day, fixing, adjusting. Let's just be right now. What are the muscles in your face doing? And just notice with some interest and some curiosity. Now turn your attention to your breath. And notice how you're breathing right now, again, without changing anything. And if turning your attention towards your breath makes you a little bit more self conscious and you are changing your breathing, notice that. Just notice whatever is happening. And then come back to your breath. Notice your in breath. Notice your out breath. Where do you feel your in breath the most? In your nose, your chest, your belly? Maybe all three at the same time. Where do you feel your out breath? Your nostrils, your belly, your throat? As you continue to breathe normally, I will also want you to notice the space between your in breath and your out breath. There's a little bit of a pause between the cycles. So as you breathe in normally, just a little bit of a pause before you breathe out. Within the next minute or so, let's see if we can just turn our attention towards that pause, towards that space between the in breath and the out breath. Just noticing when you feel like you're getting involved in your breath, then just notice it and step back and see if you can watch it again. Just notice how you're breathing in that space between the in breath and the out breath. And when thoughts come up, as they definitely will or already have, and just notice that too. Notice what came up. You can acknowledge it, give it a nod, and then just return back to your in breath, noticing the space between the in breath and the out breath. Whatever comes up, just let yourself be open and accepting to whatever arises. Let the space that you're noticing between your breaths, the in breath and the out breath, let this space be a reminder or a metaphor for the space that we can create for whatever is arising in our experience. And the more space that we can create to hold whatever is arising, the more we can just be with it with kindness and compassion. So, again, returning to the space between the in breath and out breath, simultaneously creating more space in your being for being with whatever arises in your experience with compassion and kindness. Letting this sense of space pervade your being here. Your whole body is space. Your whole mind is space. Just letting yourself dissolve into this space. Be the space. Viktor Frankl, the author of the book Man's Search for Meaning, has a quote: "Between stimulus and response, there is space. In that space, is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Bringing your attention now to the edges of your body, to the sounds of the room, to your fingertips, to your toes, to the tip of your nose. Just gently start to bring movement and interaction with the room. Maybe opening your eyes now. Just feeling the space within your body at this time and noticing any difference between when you first sat down and how you feel now. We can bring our palms together. Namaste. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.